Hey everybody, welcome to Above the Noise for April. Man, it is spring. Stuff is starting to green up out there and it is very refreshing. Been looking forward to this for a while, even though winter was great. We love winter. Some good snowing. Why are you laughing?
It's literally snowing today.
It's not snowing today. It's beautiful out. Anyways, as we do in these updates, we like to talk about several things, real estate, but one of the biggest things that y'all tune in for is the market. What the heck is the market doing? Cole, bring us up to speed. What's happening in the Central Oregon real estate market?
Really, we're here at the end of the month in March. There's been a ton of new activity coming to market. I know we've talked all winter about trying to come to market early on in the spring, that this is historically when the most high quality inventory comes to market, where we start to see buyers get off the fence and enter the market, and that's absolutely been true. We haven't seen the numbers reflect that just quite yet, but next month I think we will. We've seen a lot of inventory at the $2+ million mark come onto the market and actually move pretty quickly. I think the average days on market for the higher end part of the market is going to shift down. What are you seeing at the lower end of the market?
Lower end there's a lot of inventory stacking up. You'll see days on market really peaking in those just because buyers have options. If they have options, they can be patient, they can be picky, they can get what they really want. And so we're really seeing that in the kind of really like $1 million or less, seeing quite a bit of inventory stack up there.
Yeah. What have you experienced recently in your negotiations? Once you're inside the transaction, once you're negotiating home inspections, possibly appraisals, where are the buyers and sellers coming from right now?
I'm seeing the sellers willing to give there for sure because they have a bona fide buyer that's ready to go and they're in contract, they're to a preliminary agreement on what's going to happen. And then as you get through the inspections and stuff, I think the sellers are a little bit more willing to make those deals work and those requests work because they want to see this transaction close and they want to go back on the market right now. That's not a good place to be.
Absolutely. And what are the buyers sort of focusing in on, especially as it pertains to like a home inspection and what they expect? What are their expectations associated with the property?
They're asking for quite a bit. I mean, not unreasonable, but they're asking more so than what they would have been asking through the COVID years, right? Where it was just like, hey, you're basically taking the property as is. Now they have a chance to negotiate a little bit more, get some things buttoned up that are maybe deficient or not working properly, and or you even see them asking for credit to go towards closing costs so they can take care of those issues after closing. So buyers are not afraid to ask right now. Let's talk about sellers a little bit. So we're seeing more and more inventory kind of hit the market. What are your sellers thinking? Where kind of headspace are they in?
I think the seller's headspace is good. I think that they've been receptive to pricing strategies. I think that they have been anticipating coming to market or preparing to come to market. So a lot of our conversations and relationships that we've sort of built or been working on over the past 2 months are, those game plans are starting to happen. And so I think that they're getting prepared. I think that there is a little bit of a timing issue with weather and trying to decide if and when you're going to hit the market specifically, because we do have these intermittent snowstorms. You do have pockets of the market or specific properties that might perform better in the market if they do happen to wait and green up. And so it really depends on the type of property that you have and the strategy that you want to execute as to if and when you should list today or maybe in a month from today.
Mm-hmm. What's happening with interest rates right now?
They're volatile. We've seen the rates drop for a short time, I would say. It's very possible by the time you're watching this video that they will have crept back up. Right now we're in the mid 6s for a 30-year fixed interest rate with a borrower who has great credit. I think that's probably going to tick back up. And as we've been saying, I think that we anticipate that throughout the year of 2025, there'll be ebbs and flows, but probably going to average out to be around 6.5 to 6 3/4.
Yeah. Okay, so back in August, there was a bunch of hoopla about what was happening with these buyer rep agreements and how buyer's agents were going to get paid. If y'all were following us then, you may have heard something about that or heard it in the headlines. How much has changed? Like, what's different in our market surrounding that right now?
To be honest, after all has been said and done, not a lot's changed. The majority of the transactions, I think we're at about 75 transactions that we've either closed or been in escrow on thus far since that NAR settlement. And We're averaging about just shy of 2.5% is the average that's being paid out by a seller for the buyer's agent commission. So the mindset's sort of changed. I think the more time that's gone on, the more data that we have. We're collecting our own data. We're watching what other people are doing. And I think at the end of the day, buyer's agents are writing offers that include a minimum of 2.5% compensation for their representation of their buyers, and more often than not, the sellers are agreeing to it.
Yeah.
So truly close to no change.
We've had a little bit of change at Varsity Real Estate. Recently, we added somebody new to the team. Tell everybody about that.
We are super excited to bring on our newest sales agent here at Varsity Real Estate. Her name is Jen Red, and this is a partnership between Varsity Real Estate and Hiatus Homes. Now, Jen Red is going to be representing all of the developments that Hiatus Homes builds and sells within Central Oregon. If you don't know, Hiatus Homes builds high-performance, small-scale homes throughout Central Oregon. They're actually a leader in this space throughout the country and have offered a ton of value to other people in other states and communities that are looking to better understand the opportunities that they have to build small-scale homes in their community.
Yeah, so keep an eye out for that on 9th Street in Midtown and Bend, just north of Greenwood is their current project. So we should have that coming on the market here within the next couple of weeks, and it'll be on the tour homes in July as well.